Welcome everyone to the annual 2014 Carlton Draft Derby lunch, proudly sponsored to you by West Cape Howe Wines. We've got everything from past greats to current superstars, plenty of action going on around the room. Let's come have a look.
Welcome to the 2014 West Coast Eagles Derby lunch, proudly presented by West Cape Howe Wines.
Who's done themselves up? Who's looking pretty for in front of the audience?
I think PRIDDIS used the whole hair gel tub, so he's...
Smells good too.
Yeah, it smells good. Always looks good.
Mate, you've had a haircut. Fresh haircut.
Fresh hair. No gel, mate.
Oh, mate.
All right.
Have you guys spent some time together in the last couple of days, weeks, just to get the chemistry right for this on-stage performance?
Nah, mate, just off the cuff. It's an event we look forward to all year, so can't wait to get up there.
Yoey, fresh face. How's he going to go on stage, you reckon?
Oh, he's set for the big stage, mate.
Good, hey.
He's made for it.
There's quite a number of our partners here, of course, so just making sure everyone's comfortable where they are, having a good time, get involved a little bit with some of the panel because they had no one else, they had to sub in, and then keeping Jacko in line. But basically, it's a good afternoon.
Mr. Glen JAKOVICH.
It's not about how many games you played, it's about how many of those are good ones, and I can tell you how many mine were pretty good. So, but it's not about how many games you've played, so many premierships you win. So Coxie's only won one and I won two, so that is much better. So, Elliot, what's your nickname?
Yeah, the boys just call me Yoey or Yoba. So, yeah, pretty standard.
First derby, your thoughts?
But as a kid, you always want to play AFL football, and to play a Western Derby as well, it's a pretty big thing in Perth. Growing up, obviously watching all of them and being a Freo supporter at the time, it was definitely a bit hard earlier on, but they did find a bit of success towards, recent times. But yeah, now playing for the Eagles, looking forward to getting our season going as well again.
You reckon you go all right out there, mate? How much would you embrace playing in a derby?
Well, it'd be great fun, mate, but I think there's a number of past players have been asked across different clubs, would they be able to play in this era? If you had the 6-month lead up fitness-wise with the training, I think you'd fit in okay with the right preparation. I think most guys that had a degree of skill, have played the game a bit, would fit through okay. I know Jacko says all the time he'd win medals everywhere.
Matthew, you're the older statesman of the panel here, 154 games. You played in 14 derbies, including the 2011 Ross Glendinning medal, round 7. Don't know why they name it after Ross, but anyhow, never played in a derby, but anyhow, that's for other people to talk about.
Being a WA boy, like the two guys next to me, you understand that it is a big game for WA. As players, you try to keep it pretty similar. You stick to the same sort of weekly routines, and you go out there to give it your all. And we're going out there this weekend, and we need a win just as much as Freo. But we're looking forward to that challenge.
It is great to have Adam Simpson in Perth, of course, for your first Western Derby. Have you had a feeling of the dislike between the two sets of supporters? Have you managed to get a feel for that around town?
I don't know, a little bit. A little bit. So I've noticed the two types of supporters, if that's as nice as I can put it.
Okay, Adam, let's explore this. So you're saying the West Coast Eagles, the more eloquent, the more
I'm not
chivalrous?
saying anymore. There's 8 cameras right in front of me, so I'll leave it at that.
Absolutely, and you've got 3 daughters. So you're in charge of a football club, one of the most high-profile organisations in sport in Australia. Does that scenario translate to at home where you are surrounded by the ladies?
Well, unfortunately, or not unfortunately, I've got a son as well, so we're pretty tight, Owen and I, and yeah, he's not happy when I go into state because he's stuck with the girls for 3 days straight. So he notices when I'm not there.
Well, it's been laughs a minute here. Plenty of entertainment from the Crown Ballroom. We'll see you next time at the next Carlton Draft Derby lunch.